Director Kim says that he will show us a video only and will add explanations. I was pleased to hear from him this schedule because it was very difficult for me to understand his complex data and drawings. Let's watch the video first. Who sank Sewol Ferry? Unearthly government's track sheet. On April 17, the next day of the accident, the government reported Sewol Ferry's track sheet. However, the investigation process was quite strange. In foreign countries, if a ship accident occurs, they first obtain radar data and supplement the data using AIS data to identify the cause, because radar data has fewer errors and is difficult to be faked. However, the prosecutor reported final investigation result based on AIS data only. They reported, due to a large turn with an inexperienced mistake, she leaned to left, inadequately lashed cargoes leaned to left, and she sank losing stability. She sailed straight at 140 degrees and then turned to 145 degrees toward Jeju in the data lost section, but, due to insufficient right turn, the helmsman put hard over. Then, she leaned significantly and they urgently turned off the engine. And then, at this point, she was pushed upward by tides. In a word, there was no intentionality at all. However, a worldwide news channel, CNN, proved that such government's data has basic problems.
This is CNN Breaking News.
The Sewol crew member is still asked.
On April 28, the reporter met Captain Moon Abdullah Ace, who saw the whole processes of the accident. Captain Moon said he took attention in Sewol Ferry through radar early in the morning. He provided CNN with an important video.
This is the first image of the doomed Sewol Ferry.
The video completely demolished government's report. According to government's report, she had to face Pyeongpungdo. However, she faced opposite direction. This fact was the decisive evidence to identify the cause of sinking, because such fact indicates that she started sinking at this point with almost 180 degrees of sharp turn. Following to CNN, important data appeared on October 14. The Family Task Force restored a video of Jindo VTS control data. Subsequently, a company reported a restored part of radar track data. These are the physical positions of her traced by a radar only. When looking at this new data, it's possible to expect why government has phased away from radar data. Now, let's review the new tracks of her just before sinking. Sewol Ferry showed strange motions of a left turn and then a sharp right turn, differently from the assertions of the crew and government that she sailed straight and then turned to right toward Jeju. After 1 minute and 30 seconds, the speed was significantly reduced to 10 knots, but she starts 180 degrees of sharp turn. CNN reported the testimony of Captain Moon, who saw the scene.
He says the ship suddenly made a sharp right turn at a very slow speed.
In such a moment, Kim Si-yeon filmed the moment using her handset. Let's review the shapes of curtains in such moment. The curtain in drifting status is overlapped on it. The curtain in drifting status is spread, but the front hem of current curtain is curved toward the stern. And, The stiff curtain made waves and the rear part is clearly bent, because it was shaken when she turned sharply. The child climbing to windows lost balance and fell down, and Seyeon also fell down during filming because the speed was suddenly reduced due to the friction with seawater during the turn. At that time, shades appear on the lower part of a shelf. When the angle is considered, shades were made by sunlight rather than indoor ceiling lamps. The room of Seyeon was in the right rear part of the ship. As the ship turned to the east where sun rose, sunlight reached the inside of her room. This child cannot even open her eyes in fear. And then, 55 seconds of video ends. The sharp turn exceeds the maximum turning performance of her. What condition is required for such a sharp turn? First, the cruise ship put hard over in this point and maintain hard over up to this point. Second, right engine is turned off and left engine is only operated. It was found in the cord that the chief engineer turned off right engine and turned on left engine only. As a result, Sewol Ferry leaned and sank more rapidly. When the sharp turn ended, Soo Hyun started filming. Almost at the same time, Deokha reported to 119. At 08:56, Seyeon filmed the situation again. Children do not even hold surrounding materials, and the child, who could not look up, lifted her face. After that, among the students shown in the video, only one student survived.
우리 진짜로 이만큼 귀여운 거야. 진짜야 이거. 다른 사람들은 최고.
According to government's report, the engine was turned off at this point and Sewol Ferry drifted as shown. However, according to the video filmed on Dula and reported by CNN, the stem does not face this part but faces this part. If so, Sewol Ferry had to turn 180 degrees at this position. Seyeon was in the room in the right stern. As the sun rises in the east, if Sewol Ferry was in the posture reported by the government, Seyeon's room could not be bright. However, Seyeon's room had shades made by sunlight at that time. Furthermore, the posture of Sewol Ferry was already disclosed through CNN's video. Therefore, AIS information reported by the government until now is not true. Radar information shows that the area to reflect electric waves was reduced and then increased, indicating a turn in this point. The government seemed to report the data focused in AIS information due to such reason, and this tendency causes the suspicion for modification of AIS information. This kind of track may be made only when hard over is maintained for 4 minutes from the point that the crew asserts they turned off the engine. The evidence is also found in the shades and the directions of curtains shown in the video left by Seyeon. Curtain during drifting on the upper layer is the shape when Sewol Ferry fell down and was pushed by tides, and the curtain on the lower layer is the shape of the curtain when she was turning. If a ship drifts toward a lateral side, the curtain is hung in spread shape. In case of the curtain at the time of filming by Seyeon, front hem is curved toward inside and faces stern. This picture shows the situation more clearly. The curtain in the front side is pushed back and curved as shown in case of a sharp turn, but the curtain that is hung during drifting is not so much curved. The chief engineer testified in the court that he turned off right engine and turned on left engine at middle level. If left engine is only turned on, the turning angle might be sharp and the ship might easily fall down. However, It is not investigated why they did so. The points of today's video may be summarized as follows. First, when considering recently reported radar information, AIS information that has been reported by the government is incorrect. Second, hard over was put from this point to this point. Meanwhile, what's mysterious is that somebody put the rudder in neutral position after a turn in this section. This is found in the photograph of Sewol Ferry fell down.